All right, let's start with some breaking inputs which have come in where all three women hostages and also the gunman have been killed after a standoff at a veterans' home in California. Now, earlier, the shots were reportedly fired at the veterans' home, which is the largest in the United States, near the dining hall on Friday morning. Now, the identities have not been revealed so far. So this is the latest in terms of yet another incident of a shootout that's been reported in the United States. The incident has taken place in California. On Friday morning is when we are given to understand that this incident took place. There was a hostage-like situation where a gunman, in fact, held three women hostage, and then the situation has ended with the gunman having shot all three women dead. Now, according to the latest that we are getting, now these are the visuals of the area where the shooting took place. The gunman, along with the three hostages, are reported to have died in this incident. The police reportedly have shot dead the gunman who was involved in this case. Now, the gunman is said to be someone who was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. He had taken three women as hostages at a veterans' home in California, and it is at that time that this incident took place. There was initially a hostage-like situation which was developing. It was not very clear as to what were the demands of this gunman when he had held the three women hostage. Now, the identities of these three hostages have not been revealed so far. And also, for more on this, we are joined in by our correspondent Archana Solanki. Archana, what more information do we have on this story?
Good morning, Saleh. Unfortunate piece of news coming in from California that WION had been reporting. So the latest is, and you've also mentioned that three female hostages have been killed, and the gunman who held them hostage at that veteran home, they have been killed. 4 people have died so far. The identities of these people is still unknown. The county of Napa, where this veteran home is located, the police of that area have advised people to avoid the area, and they've asked people to stay indoors. The police are also saying that earlier, when the hostage crisis unfolded, the last update that we had was the police did not have any contact with the gunman for nearly 8 hours.
Right.
The hostage crisis unfolded yesterday, and then it continued till late in the night. It's 1:30 a.m. right now in the U.S., and 4 people have been killed. And another important thing is that as of now, the authorities have not immediately identified the suspect or the 3 women in this hostage crisis. And there was a brief exchange of gunfire also with the police and the gunmen that happened around 10:30 a.m. Another thing is that this veteran home is basically meant for war veterans who fought in Iraq and Afghanistan. We need more details about the identity of the gunmen and the hostage, so as to also ascertain the motive of this hostage situation.
All right, Archana, thank you very much indeed for joining us and getting us all those updates. This, of course, is the latest round of shooting that has taken place in the United States. The last time round when it had taken place inside of a college, then President Trump had in fact come up with a very remarkable solution, saying that teachers should also be armed with guns to try and take on a gunman in case there were to be a shooting. But this is a different sort of and completely a different scenario, where a gunman has opened fire. He's believed to be a veteran, a war veteran. He is also someone who's said to be suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. There were 3 women that he had taken as hostages. It is not clear whether there was any interaction between the police and the gunman, whether there were any parleys to try and have the women released. But what has happened is that the gunman has shot all 3 women dead. And it's not clear yet whether it was the police who have shot dead the gunman or whether he had turned the gun on himself. So this is the latest incident where 4 people have been killed in yet another incident of shooting that has taken place in the United States.